ExNoRa Nirmal effect. Nirmal Basu blessed to transform the world, saving the people, the fragile planet our only home. Create to see beyond. He saw beyond, he's seeing beyond. Twitter MB Nirmal is a GPA and Sciences Master. We'll know more about him later. Seeing beyond. Seeing beyond is an ability that all humans, except those with mental illness and alcoholism, can easily acquire by learning sound sense. Census found out in 1971. Census courses are conducted since 1991. The introduction about me, ExNoRa Nirmal Basu, 78 plus now I am. Is blessed to find solutions to every problem from mosquitoes to climate change. It's bothering and affecting individuals, families, societies, nations, Mother Nature, the planet, our only home. When one presents him with a problem needing an answer, he can give a clear solution almost instantly or within a day using the God gifted scientific brain power. As soon as your breakthrough ideas are released as videos, wavelengths to save the planet our only home, rescue people from slavery, poverty, hunger, human trafficking. First, from 1st May 2022 to 2nd October. That means now it starts next week onwards. Here, our only home and people, despite the diversities, we live a say of relief. So the solutions for everybody, whatever religion one belongs to, or caste, or color, nothing is more powerful than idea whose time has come. Victory was said. It's not one idea, there are several ideas. Time has come. Now, if we don't release it, it's not worth it because uh, I told you my age 78 and I had Corona 3 years, 2020, 2021. I survived God's grace, maybe to you all my discoveries. This has been happening for over the years. It's not all of a sudden. Inability of most people is that they cannot see beyond. They don't see beyond. Most people treat the symptoms and not the disease. Most people think, talk, and do based on the consequences, never the causes. So this is the main. If people change these three things, I tell you automatically there is no real anything. They would just be hearsay. So it's what I told you that repetition. The case of the Almighty developed since 4 decades ago and learned the ability to see beyond, know the causes and diagnose disease. So now I am going to share the secret. Be ready. Issued in public. This I borrowed from the internet. People are losing funds over political, religious ideologies. Just remember, whenever you are in need and want support, you need friends and not government. An eye for an eye will only make the whole world blind. Non-violence summit of bravery, Mahatma Gandhi. Stop preaching and start doing. The world will be blessed by one's count at least you. So myself, my wife, we have taken a vow not to tell you something which we ourselves don't do. So when the person down in the world, an ounce of help is better than a pound of preaching. So people engage, they keep preaching, it doesn't help. The help is really needed. So I want to assure, as the one, I'm a Hindu Saivite. I can tell you more specifically, I am a Lingayite. Okay? And became a Lingayite because I got a premonition that the future of Saivism is in danger. So Lord Shiva is our God, and all our names as either Lord Shiva, my grandfather Sivabalam, or my uncle, father-in-law Singaravil, Muruga's name, or Muruga. So இவை கண்ணை காப்பதும் இஸ்லாமியரை காப்போம். Assurance I'll give to all the Muslims. When you see these, Muslims will come to conclusion. This is, I would say that due to several reasons that I grown affinity to the Muslims, seeing beyond. The real cause for Babri Masjid demolition. What is the real cause? This, I told you, we all treat the symptom, not the disease, but when you see, it's a set of videos, save Hindus from Hindus, and you see the video, all of you will be convinced, maybe except a few, that the cause for demolition of Babri Masjid was not something against Muslims, and not Rama. Both are not correct. When I say that, you may oppose it, but wait, observe patience and see. Save Hindus from Hindus, you will understand. The cat will be out of bag. The real cause was not action against Islam nor the construction of Rama temple, Sri Rama temple. So the real reason, please learn to see beyond. Or view the video, save Hindus from Hindus. You will be shocked, shell shocked when you see these videos. But you will not, nobody will raise a little finger when they see that, see, save Hindus from Hindus. Self-sustaining, we teach how you can provide inputs to your brain and think system so that you can see beyond. So one of the reasons, for childhood, I would say, uh, my grandfather, big grand, small grandfather, they construct 5 Hindu temple. They helped construct a church and mosque. And on Tuesdays, the Muslims from Pommal, Pallavaram, and Mangadu, what you call Pattu Mangadu, Panicheri, the Muslims will come. They will flock, big number. They'll be fed, they'll be given dress, and I think at least some 1,000 nikas the family would have helped. So my childhood days, Muslims are our friends, and even the village disputes come. My small grandfather and a Brahmin and a Muslim, the three will sit in judgment. They'll never, never ever erred in the judgment. So Sabul Hassan, who I am showing his photo this long, is somebody who is responsible for Tamil harmony and also ExNoRa what is today. So I want to say that Rikaim is a co-founder. Sabul Hassan, one must see him, you must see the person. Sabul Hassan is a gem among the AS. Try to contact him and stay in touch with him. He is indeed a oneness messiah promoting Hindu-Muslim harmony, but sadly, it's an unsung hero. And you should see the dynamism of it. So in ExNoRa, Raja Anamalapuram, where Periyari IAS was the president of ExNoRa, the people said he functions like an American CEO. Okay. And Sabul Hassan with my mom and dad, both of my parents are not there. Unfortunately, we lost Mr. Sabul Hassan also. And the 4 people we engaged in communal harmony oneness meetings. Uh, uh, the 4 are Prince of Akkad, most respected Dr. Arivoli for Hinduism, and Archbishop Casimir, Jnanadikam, SJ, Bishop of Mylapore for Christians, and myself. So, extraordinary to transform the world for good, happily presence. I told you that we are losing friends for political idealists. So, whenever you need want support, you need friends, not government, and government will not be able to come suddenly be present to help you. Only your neighbor will help. Eye for eye will only make the whole world blind. Non-violent summit of bravery, Mahatma Gandhi. Stop preaching and start doing good. The world will by one's count. The Western country was exploding. It's very Tamil Nadu appeared to be an oasis of peace. Madras was particularly quiet. Madras, Chennai was called Madras in those period, and so the India Today reported whole country, Tamil Nadu appeared to be. So that means Tamil Nadu was peaceful. Why Tamil Nadu was peaceful? And India Today shared also Madras was particularly quiet. So Gujarat 246 dead, Maharashtra 249 dead, Assam 100 dead, West Bengal 32 dead, Uttar Pradesh 201 dead, Rajasthan 48 dead, Bihar 24 dead, Kerala 12, Andhra Pradesh 12 dead, Tamil Nadu appeared to be. So the point is what you have to understand that the building was demolished. This one aspect. The building is something sacred for the Muslims, Masjid, but human lives lost. Somebody does something and some innocent people. And one of the tragedy I want to tell everyone, remember, whenever somebody triggers what you call communalism, the affected are the poor, the people who live in the slums and maybe scheduled caste people. Because they don't have, they live in only huts, they just have a door or lock, they get killed. So it's a very important aspect. And the people who do this, engineer this problem, they have Z security. So Z plus security. So nothing will happen to them. It will happen only to the ordinary people, the marginal section of society. 2 people were killed in India except Chennai. Immediately after the emergence of Babri Masjid on 6 December 19, there were communal riots throughout India. 2,000 people were killed. Other people who were killed were people of 3 main faiths, Muslims, Hindus, and Christians. Accessible women belonging to the lower strata of society, living in houses with protection huts. They were the soft targets for the hooligans. So the figures already I told you. Already I told you what India today wrote, but I'm giving a reason why Chennai was. Because before that, Babri was demolished. ExNoRa came into existence when promoting oneness everywhere. We had our branches in almost all the streets. We'll see that. This is when Babri was sparked outrage around the country, provoking several months of intercommunal rioting, burning and looting homes, shops, and places of worship. The riots spread into cities like Mumbai, Surat, Ahmedabad, Kanpur, Delhi, Bhopal, and so others, which resulting in over 2,000 deaths. The 2,000 is the official figure. This unofficial figure must be 4,000. So ExNoRa, what happened? We had a civic ExNoRa, now renamed as Citizens Welfare ExNoRa. There are hundreds of associations are affiliated with us. So they function better. We have president, secretary, treasurer, and director safety, director hygiene and health, director environment, director humanitarian. We have directors. They function very well. Besides keeping their areas clean and green, promoting communal harmony, oneness as per the organizational agenda. Every street in Topeka and Shape Park areas where most of the population belong to Hinduism and Islam. At a temple of temples, it picks up Hindu Jesus at a mosque during the war. If I want to see the one, Topeka oneness, you see that. I think these pictures are pushing. It's all done where it's a mosque before and after, before a church before and after. It's all done by all the three people of all the three religions. They made, the dirty place. They put the symbols of Islam and Christianity, Jesus or Mary, or Mother Mary, or Lord Muruga or Ganesh. And always there will be India map and the national integration as an important aspect. So I think you are seeing Mahatma Gandhi adorning the wall, and this all became the place was very bad. People avoided, and they went and uh, the place became a place for oneness. People gather necessarily to do prayers. The slum area, you must just see that how a Muslim will be able to offer a peaceful namaz. In fact, this was a Hindu woman. She presided the conversation to make this happen and go down street. So actually, my response was to the same word with three different spelling meaning. Go down means where you start. I said go down, but it became go down. So the ExNoRa condition is that every street entrance will have India map, national flag, nation first, national integration. So the ExNoRa members, uh, after demolition of the mosque, the previous presentation I told you, Lord Vinayaga position and consequences. You must see that also. Again, Lord Vinayaga temple position was not low for Lord Vinayaga, Lord Ganesh, because ExNoRa we celebrated very nicely Ganesh Puja. And Ganesh Puja is all attended by many Muslims, Christians. We host them and we make it a great occasion uh, to bring oneness, not divide, and a function to be celebrated should not should not have any tension there on that day. The point is again I want to tell you this all these things are used to show your anger against another religion, which because as a Hindu, my grandfather told when I was very young, what is Hinduism? He said Hinduism means utmost tolerance. So this has gone into my inner part. Unless, so you should never, I want to tell Hindu Muslim, never get poked. When you, as a Hindu or Muslim, Christian, you get poked, the religion gets the bad name. So Babri demolition, you know that. Uh, but the point is that they demolished 19% happened to be OBCs, and you won't they would be never knowing that they are demolishing their own audience reservation. So I'm going to say how this is used to dilute the reservation. Would even go and tell the next step the people and all whenever the government passed an act of giving reservation to put a nice frame, keep it in the puja room. The reservation is of no use because reservation will be there, but you won't get job. That one we see a separate presentation. Demolition. But what see the premonition, because I told you that premonition, and able to see beyond. Well, I thought that this is not correct. This is not the right Hindu way to go and demolish. Because I told you, my grandfather studied in Madras Christian College, my father Madras Christian College. They all considered Hindu temples. They helped it, consider of church and mosque. So we can only construct, we can't demolish. So we all Hindus, who go to Sabarimala, more than about 120 volunteers. We went to the Crowbar, to the big mosque in Triplicate. And the Muslims, the moment they saw, they had fear. Because only a few days ago they saw Babri Masjid was being demolished. They thought we also came, we are visited, we are entering there with that kind of motive. Um, so what happened was that we planted trees. You can see here Hindu tree planting to 10 secularism. You can pause and see this. Very beautiful. When? December 17, 1992. Um, Youth are not only planting trees but also helping to foster secularism. This is what the Hindu wrote. And then Express. I'll read this slowly. In Express wrote what they wrote is something. So here you can see you are divided into number of batches. You planted. In fact, this land to be a mosque belonged to Prince family. I took permission from him. He blessed us. Mother Utrume. So what we say for communal harmony, we are going to make a beautiful garden and we're going to plant trees there. It can be another famous family evening paper and see they all. And then there's another paper they wrote about this. This Dinagaran. They said Masudil Maranana Ayyapadu. The meaning is Ayyappa devotees are planting trees in the mosque. Now tell me which one we should do. Should demolish or we should build bridges. Kindness. So all the paper covered and the news today planting sapling for amity. So they covered it. I'm going to read this Express because Express interviewed some of the boys. They are all Hindus. A few of them are Dalits. But what they said, it's their own, not mine, but they told. While the rest of India has been almost burning on the Ayodhya issue, there has been quiet and peace in Tamil Nadu. It has come as a surprise to the other states. In fact, Muslims here are deeply moved at the feeling of deep remorse expressed by the Hindus, who are openly expressing their anguish and apology to us what was done in the name of Hinduism in Ayodhya. The feeling of remorse has even gone a step further. The president of ExNoRa International Civic Organization in the city approached some Muslim leaders to know whether they could perform a Kar Seva. So, for the Muslims coming out of the big mosque in Triplicate, out of the mosque. Actually, this offer went by, we got Slum Awesome, Slum ExNoRa. We call it Community ExNoRa. They went and told them on their own. Uh, they said, we want to clean your shoes, the Muslims coming out of the mosque. So the youth went and asked them, thought the Muslims politely, so the police politely turned down the accused, saying that Islam did not permit Muslims allow others to clean their shoes. The whole thing did come as a pleasant gesture and went a long way in healing wounds. For extra volunteers said that they would like to plant some trees at the mosque as an atonement for the destruction of Innovadia and show up to their promise on Sunday morning. They turned up, dug pits for planting trees. The planting will take is what they have written. And in fact, one Muslim said that you didn't plant trees. He's the president of Tamil Nadu Muslim Union. He said you didn't plant tree, plant tree in the mosque, but you planted love in the heart. But then the most important thing, following the Babri incident, the Muslims' lives are under threat in one or two cities in Tamil Nadu and Chennai. So in Chennai, Hindu and Christians became guardians by turns for the Muslim brothers and sisters. So what they did, they night patrolling by turns they did it. They did it for nearly 10, 12 days. Until things went calm. I really thank those friends. See, this is our culture. So I want to tell, for that matter, appeal to all the Hindu Muslims. Let us not, Tamil Nadu is said, Vandare Vada with Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu sees everybody with open hand. And so what I would say that, that if somebody, does this, we should not fall prey to it. So we used to have meetings regularly in the high school, and these meetings, all the Tamil harmony was the main topic. So then uh, people came to know that ExNoRa, planted trees and protected Muslims' lives in Tripik and Chepak area. It became the news spread through media and all. So following that, I was invited. I've been given I'm getting invitations. So it's one of the events organized by the Christians of Vasarpadi area, Christian organization. So you see Christian, Hindu, Sikh, Christian, Jain, Buddhist, Muslim, Christian. So this one you can. They say that humanity faces so many problems, and when from climate change to poverty, illiteracy, unemployment. So we should all unite and take on a common enemy. We should not fight between ourselves. This is they all released the pigeons. We cannot remain divided anymore. Let us not fight amongst ourselves. Lest we lose our focus, peace, and lives. Let us together create a caring and sharing community. We join hands and hope to work for a collective mission and common cause of and fight against the common enemies of humankind. So this organized by DBYC. See me flagging off. Procession went on well. It did a lot of work. Actually, we created an organization called Ma, Mother Everywhere. It's all part of Ma. You will know more about Ma. And any village or town where you have caste, religious differences, you must start Ma. Okay. Then I was invited with this Jamaat-e Islami Hind. And they thanked me for that. They made me a chief guest. All the uh, people paid. They showered praise to ExNoRa. You can see me addressing Chennai division. And then the Chepak Triplican Muslims, they had an event. They gave me an award in front of Muslims. In fact, they gave me a fire extinguisher as a memento because they said politicians set fire. But Nirmal, even before he could set fire, he spreads water or he has a fire extinguisher. Then I was given award again, Indian Youth and Communal Harmony. You can see that all the Muslim leaders are there. I'm addressing them. It's on September 3, Human Science Academy. They say that we are giving you an All India Award for social service to the community. 4:30 p.m. on the day. So some very top people. This is given by SK Educational Academy. So and all the Urdu schools, a very big meeting actually. They all jointly gave me the award. Then this another organization they invited me and Justice Natarajan of the what do you call Supreme Court judge, and we addressed. And he also both of us shared the same views that Hinduism is not hating another religion. That's what we told, and we are having interesting talk with some award was we were giving awards to actually people, and then this function you can see all of us. Following that, this Anjuman mosque. I already shown a picture outside the Anjuman, Srinagar. The big garbage dump was removed and cleaned it. So this year they called me for flag hoisting. So all the top people were there. There are the Muslim children. They're all almost 90% orphans, orphan children. So this flag hoisting done by me, and then I'm accepting the salute. Then there's a meeting. My friend Amruddin is there, who was also played a key role in connecting me to them. Then the latest one was Anna Nagar Mosque, Republic Day. This happened on 26 January 2020, just before Corona. Then this flag hoisting. This was what do you call participated by again Christians, Hindus, Brahmakumari sisters and all. So I said, don't hate your neighbor. This is my message of the day. Never hate your neighbor. I'll just say quickly, you can see me addressing a Sikh is there, Christian father is there. And of course, I represent all faith and I'm a Hindu. Basically, Hindu. You can see a Brahmakumari sister, the top photo, right to me. I told, this much before the, don't, your neighbor will always help you. So, not the people who say hate Muslim, Christians, or this caste, they'll never come to your help, and only your neighbor can come to your help. Uh, then I shared one anecdote. I used to tell this: never hate your neighbor. So when I addressed, not in Sananagar, much before that, about 15 years ago, multi-story building, I said, never hate somebody, neighbor, because he doesn't belong to your faith. One lady, after the meeting, she came, I could see trace of tears in her eyes. She said she bought a house seeing Vastu, a beautiful house, and she was so happy. And the next flat was, what did you say, this lady, a costume do. The next flat was empty. Suddenly, she found that a neighbor was a Muslim and a bearded Muslim. And so I always felt whenever I leave home, I pray my God that he should not be cited. Something like that. She had unnecessary reservation. It's a kind of conditioning of mind. Some people are conditioned. And what happened really was that somebody, in the pretext of giving a parcel, he tries to molest her. She screamed, hearing the her noise. The neighbor Muslim came and caught hold of the culprit, giving some flashing, hand over to police. He said, "Younger sister, my elder brother, I am next door always. Don't worry." And the lady concluded that from the day she adopted him as his elder brother. So this message is important for all of you. We are in the disaster age, so neighbors are important. So never, as people, hate has become a business. Selling hate as a business. Selling hate gets you money, gets post. You may become minister, governor, anything. But that's not the way. God is watching you. And then a locality, it's Namalai, there are mostly some Anglo-Indians and Christians live there. Brahmin somehow bought a house and was living, he was alone, his children were in America. And he was elderly, he died, and the neighbors of the Christians, uh, because those days the communication system was not there. So what they did was, they, freezing box, they kept it, they kept his board, and they organized, because the children should come from USA. Those days, take 3, 4 days for them to reach here. So they took care all the religious rituals. The people came who chant mantras and all until the children came. And of course, some kith and kin joined within a day from Madurai, Trichy, and all. But people came to immediate help was the Christian neighbors. So this my address in what you call these pictures again we see in. I mean this meeting I told these anecdotes where Christians helped Hindus, Muslims helped the Hindu woman, and the audience were all seated there. Then that's not like actually ExNoRa, we have Muslim presence everywhere. We're going to see them, but Bora Muslims, they are from Gujarat. They are very big business community. So they chose an ExNoRa. We are guardian for them actually. Because they are Muslims and they are from Gujarat actually. So we kind of serve them as a host for them. We have all their roads, they have business, we have ExNoRa branches, the Bora Muslims. So you can see ExNoRa name. They say Burani Sports, ExNoRa International. So this function also again promoting communal harmony. The Christian priest came. Even you can see that Vasant and a Sikh woman are all there. It's a very mammoth function. One of the conducted by, and the Bora Muslims are always very close to Rock. They always stay in touch, and they consider us as local guardians, but they are very big. And the Bora Muslim, you can see the picture as a cursory glance. You will see that wasn't always one film personality. You can call him anytime. Very simple, very creative, excellent director. And he will ask only one thing: kindly organize transport. Why he asked that, he should not miss the route. So he will say, organize my vehicle. He said, really hats off to Mr. Vasan, uh, and you are really a wonderful person. So the meetings, I told you, Christians all had attended. Its entire event was organized by youth ExNoRa. You can see the people of various faiths. And Islam also, we have local uh, Muslims. They also came. And mainly our hero, Prince of Arcot, was the chief guest, and he was there, and the bishop came. That was a Prince of Arcot all participated. You can see the mammoth function. The police also attended, I don't remember, but this is the event you are seeing. Again, what we do whenever one thing is releasing pigeons, so it is considered as an icon for peace. It's the Bora Muslims, the event, the mammoth event. So Prince of Arcot, we are blessed to have him in Tamil Nadu, Chennai. He is darling of all ExNoRa members. Everyone likes him. His family tradition itself is that they have been supporter of Hinduism. Most of the land, the Srirangam or Mailapur or what you call Pasasami temple, all land donated by this family, illustrious family. And Prince of Arcot um, is also uh, president for Harmony India. And Harmony is a part of ExNoRa. I think we have attended at least some 100 meetings of ExNoRa, state level. When I call him, he will never say no. You'll see, check up his diary, and he'll be there. He'll give you a speech, and that will be the best speech. And here you can see both of us. You know what is the occasion? And this we had recently. When SP Balsam died, we had SP Balsam tree challenge. You can see SPB's daughter there, Safakar, his son, and yeah, Ragana, ExNoRa's goodwill ambassador. She's there, and we had a SPB tree challenge. The Shahjah Sheikh's nephew, he got an award, and we called Prince to give the award. The award is being given, and we are all there. Of course, Vibrant Indian for Kamil Harmony Award was given to me by Harbhajan Singh. He's there, was Indian Express. You can see in the picture also Nalli. Again, everywhere what we do, we never miss an opportunity to promote Hindu, Muslim, Christian unity. You must also see Nagapatnam, what we did during Tsunami. But here there is a key challenge. All of us are here. And Navaratri Guru, I told you, is Hindu festival. He was a chief guest. And one Sadhugopal, Commissioner of Police, also was guest of honor. He's actually he participated. He really, and I would say that hats off to him. He gave a speech. So you can see Prince of Agad, Commissioner sitting, and I'm on the right extreme. Then my biography was released. It was attended with Galaxy of we left side Shiva Shankari and Vivek. No more, unfortunately. Prince of Agad is there. It was attended by some 10, 12, including mayor and all celebrities. All spoke. And, you will see here, Prince of Agad spoke, very emotional speech. But only a small part of his speech is shared now. You can listen here. But he said this is to address to all the entire Muslim world. That's what I think it was meant for. I also appeal join him. So this is a fact because Islam. My grandfather told that we are Hindus, must have utmost tolerance. He told one more thing: a Muslim is created to save your life. That's what my grandfather told. You know when I say 4 or 5 years old. So it's all got printed in my mind. Muslim is born to save. We're going to see the picture how a Muslim saves a life. We're going to see whether it's just a tall climb. So my opinion is two things. Muslims do dua. A child, Hindu or Christian, Muslim, is affected. Yet they'll be standing there. Maybe they go and do namaz, the power of prayer. They immediately come and do dua. The child becomes all right. This we have seen it. There's a very long things about it. The what you call Samadhi, Dargah. There are 184 Dargahs are there in Chennai. Ajmer is a Dargah, Kovalam is a Dargah. There are so many Dargahs. Mount Road Dargah. This Dargah and all, that's what I always say. They are Siddhas, Muslim Siddhas. So they have power. Actually, they are no more. But the people go and make a prayer, the Samadhi, Dargah, and they say it happens to them. I want to say that. So people will stand in the long queue. You must see a particular day, there'll be a huge crowd. Before so many dargahs are there. In Tamil Nadu, everywhere dargahs are there. Nagur Dargah, very famous. What is Dargah? Dargah is a Muslim saint, or I think Muslims may not agree, but we can say he's a Siddhar. You know, Siddha. So this is the power of Muslims. So Muslims created to save lives. So here I want to say I am having this belief as I am not happy with Hindus, what you call uh, challenge. I mean, disturbing the peace of Muslims. I am also disturbed by extremism, Islam, Muslim extremism. But India was not known for that. But I want to I'll appeal to Pakistan. The reason is we found out in a conference of both Hindus and Muslims today maximum people killed in the world are Muslims. Fact number one. Fact number two, the killers are also Muslims. So already I told you, I am under that very strong belief that God created, Allah created Muslims to save lives. Even I believe all the Muslims do 5 times namaz for 1 week to reverse climate change. The climate change will get reversed. It's the power of prayer. So what they should do, but Muslims killing their own brothers and sisters. That's the point. I mean, I'm not telling this may be a very, very small fraction to the large hearted Muslim population, but the small percentage do damage. So I appeal to Pakistan and all. I will share this quote. I think that will convince the Pakistan leader. The thing is, a Hindu fundamentalist told in a meeting, I saw it on YouTube, that we thank Pakistan for their extremism. And he said, he continued to say that that if Pakistan, if they don't promote extremism, many Hindus would have become Muslims by this time. And they see a big attraction because a Muslim they call boy, they treat everyone same like and all. So our luck in this is guarded by more by the extremists of Pakistan. That's what they said. So I think I'm not meaning offense to anybody, but I want to say any kind of extremism, I feel it's a kind of a religious sacrilege against the very most merciful, beneficent Allah, Islam. We should remember that. But now I would like to say that this, this is the United Arts of Baba. What I mean, Ba means Bangladesh, Bharat, Pakistan. We should join together because I got a premonition that China, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, all having major natural calamities, and they'll, un- can't manage it. You can't manage it. Unmanageable crisis. They'll not be able to. They'll need the help of the immediate help can come from only, as I told, the house, your neighbor. The neighbor countries for these 3 countries are, for Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh, like that. So for India, Bangladesh, Pakistan. So what we should do is now Kashmir issue can pursue, but it's not through violence. Also want to share uh, one more fact to the, the fundamental Muslims. Like I said against fundamental Hindus, fundamental Muslims, I want to say, I happen to blessed to hug and promote Dalit community. In Tamil Nadu, we have a large population of Parayar community. They consider me one among them. And I got, I think, at least 3 lakhs people belong to Parayar community. They follow me and I guide them. And many times they are highly irritated by Hindu fundamentalism and they are treated as untouchable. For them, they want to join another religion. This is how the opinion gathered. They said if you want to leave Hinduism, the best option. should have been Islam. Islam, all the Muslims pray together. They call us boy and all. But they said, unfortunately, Muslims also, some section, some Muslims in Pakistan promote extremism. What I want to say, image for the religion is important. So as such, I also take this in all fundamentals, Islam fundamentals, and Christian fundamentals, Buddhist fundamentals. My appeal to all of them is time has now we are the 11th hour. The time bomb is ticking away. The earth future ranks in the balance. So my Muslim earliest connection, I told you, my family helped construct a mosque near Pallavaram as a young boy. So we are, from we come from Kamal, Pallavaram, Pattu, Mangadu, Panicheri. They feed them, conduct the marriage and all. So they do dua, I told you. This all taken in Tamil Nadu. And people I see, they don't go to doctor. They go to, and the Muslim who comes out after Namas, I seen it in the Triplicate Mosque, Mount Road Mosque. The platform vendors and all, they go and offer prayer. When they come out, they become a kind of, what do you call, you can say, uh, yogi, okay? They, they do. And see that the kindness and affection, they hold the child. And so, the Muslim, my grandfather said that a Muslim will save your life. I was involved, small, like my dad is there. For Crescent Hospital construction, I was the youth committee leader. My father was one of the main conveners. Mr. Usman Khan, Jyoti Ammal are there. Then I go to the last part. It's very long, but this is done to promote. So my service to Muslims is, it's been there throughout my life. I saw, I was able to see beyond the real motive of Rajabakshi, Gotabaya and Rajabakshi was not like you said, killing Tamils. So I found, because this is a point you should agree. Now everybody agrees after very late. The only person who saw I was right was Rajabakshi brothers. And what they did, I'll tell you later. They used their agents in Chennai against me. Okay, now these Rajapaksa brothers, what they did, their motive, see, important, you should not evaluate anything on the outcome. The motive, what's the motive? So, Gotabaya Rajapaksa declared clearly this is a singular Buddha nation. This is a singular Buddha nation. It's not a nation of Hindus or Muslims or Christians. And he said that even singular Christians, they were, they were all attacked and killed. So we're going to see that. I'll show quickly 33 mosques, 370 churches. So, but one coincidence is that they are all Tamil. But of course, some the Muslims also include some Pakistan Muslims and Arab Muslims, so Malaysia Muslims. Um, but by and large, you can have add a Tamil Muslim, Tamil. But I'm not talking about it's not religious. It's not ethnic minority cleansing. It's religious minority cleansing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So these all what do you call the Muslims? So bloody attack on Hinduism. So the killed were all should call them as Hindus kill, Islam kill, Muslims kill. Then attack on Christians, cleansing Christianity. So these are all the Singlish Christians, they're holding a board, don't kill Christians. These are Singlish Christians. Singlish bishop has given a statement, you can see that. And against Muslims. So saying the enemy of Islam and Muslims. And these Muslims, many of them are not Tamils actually, but they are Sri Lankan Muslims. So this stop terrorism, this I told you in 2014. Right now, it's happening. Now the Muslim friends of Sri Lanka, they have fully endorsed me. Now the entire focus on Rajapaksa. Now I'm talking to you and this big upsurge against the government due to price rise and all the commodities. But I want to tell you that the Muslims of Sri Lanka fully endorsed my views that their motive was to eliminate three religions. They say the Bodhu Balasan Achiev said we lost Afghanistan, Pakistan, Bangladesh. which are all Buddhist nations. Now we can't lose Sri Lanka to Islam. That's what are Hindu or Muslim aggressive. So they were clear in their element and they see that the attack on Muslims. And then this is what Defense Secretary said, we'll support the Buddhist monks. That's what he told. But what I said was also covered by Time magazine. So Time magazine said this is now face of Buddhist terror. Time magazine was banned by Sri Lanka and Myanmar and all. Sri Lanka bans issue on Time magazine first. Okay. And then what I told you that motive, Mensriya, motive of Rajapaksa brothers was was and still continues to be eliminating the other faiths, minority faiths. That's what. So the Baptist press told Singlish Christian Pastor Pereira speaks. So he told how the Singlish churches attacked by Buddhist monks and all. Okay, then you can see that future mosque, house mosques were attacked. I'll tell you what is the house mosque concept. Now, then what I did, I told you a premonition and seeing beyond. I found that uh, many things I found. I found something on what happened the Easter festival. I'll tell later, not this video. When you all be shocked, all these people. And here, the Gotabaya Rajapaksa's defense secretary banned construction of new churches, new mosques, and new temples. Hindus' advantage is that they will have a puja room. But Muslim Christians had difficulty. They created a house church and house mosque. They'll convert a part of their house as a church or a mosque, and people will go. But you know what happened? These Buddhist monks, forgetting what Buddha told, they went with arms and attacked and even killed those who are running the house church and house mosque. So I convened a very big meeting in 2014. It was attended by Mr. Vikraman, who was a president for what you call Director Association, Secretary Rakesh Selomani, and Mr. Amir Sultan was the what you call the fifth leader, and Prabhu Salaman, and Thulur Kalikodam Sekhar, and many directors came. T.K. Sharma all came. And following that was I had sent a letter to U.S. government. I told this religious minorities cleansing to U.S. Congress, and I also kept the pictures how they killed the Christians. Christian school children were killed. A nunnery, they wiped out the nuns there. So they called and CMB Nirmal founder and one Susan Evert and Rayon Goodman. He's an editor and an advocate. New York is also and he's an American. So this is the invitation. You are seeing the popular invitation. They given nice introduction about us to people. This is where we are. I'm seated and Goodman there and what you call you see a Republican House Representative. The representatives all came. We all addressed. And this is a separate presentation, what we spoke, what was minuted there. You must see that. So this I'm addressing them. So it happened 9th July 2014, Capitol Hill. So Danny K. with his member of Congress, guest speaker, MP, the speaker, what do you call, Rayon Goodman, all the people came. So I think this one I'm covering, I'll tell you, Shirley, another video about, here you can see my topic cause, religious cleansing of Christianity, Hinduism, and Islam, and religious persecution of Christians, Muslims, and Hindus. Who editor in chief, Just Security, New York, Professor of Law, New York University of School of Law. His talk is really stunning. You must see that even what did not occur to me occurred to him. He saw that the people, audience, section of the audience, it's all recorded and all. So the Rajapaksa brothers attacked on that, and I have evidence to prove that this both Myanmar and Sri Lanka come under Theravada Buddhism. So this idea of anti-Islam, anti-Christianity was exported by the Buddhist monks of Sri Lanka to Myanmar because Myanmar was not, so much aid was there, but the aid was exported. That I got proof of it. And I also have something very serious to share with you regarding the Easter church bomb blast. So what I did was how to react to Gotabaya Rajapakse. You know, so what I did, he attacked house churches, house mosque. So I got created a temple of temples, 10 temples of 10 faiths. My flat. Actually, it's a loss of, I could have rented, but I kept it. So you have a house church, okay, and you have a church inside, church, then mosque, then Buddha Vigar, Sikhism, Green Gurudwara, Shiva temple, Hinduism, synagogue, Krishna temple, we call Vrindavan, Jainism, Magavi, Vijayari fire temple, Baha'i temple, Baha'ism. There are more temples. So you will hear, um, just see a minute the prayer for 2.5 minutes a video. What we do when as a founder of ExNoRa, I say segregate garbage, don't segregate people. Okay? We see this really will stand. So my appeal of showing this is the ability. A flat, I'm also growing plants. So there is still bats, monkeys, pigeons, full of plants. So the Muslims come and they offer prayer, and of course, Farooq Abdullah, good friend, we had a number of functions. ExNoRa, we have Sultan Ibn Ismail, was the earliest ExNoRa leader Islam gave us. It's an authority, environment, biodiversity, and the wastewater treatment. This is his brainchild, liquid waste management, decentralized liquid waste management, introduced this to us. And it's such a wonderful person. This is Syed, LKS Jewelers. He's been he's a president for his road ExNoRa. He came there to inaugurate an event at ExNoRa. Um, Shakil Akhtar, police DGP, ADGP, he has been our well-wisher, veteran. He acts of launch of ExNoRa branch in a road. Lastly, greatest man, God created greatest person is A.R. Rahman. And, I don't think there's anybody who doesn't like his music. And when he got asked, when he went to, when he started his talk, the most thrilling day for me in my whole life was that day. Uh, because he spoke in my language, mother tongue. Well, first time, I think Oscar would have seen somebody talking in Tamil. Long, well, he said about God. So first is language and humility. He said, I give the entire credit to God. Yeah, Ragana, she's our chairperson, goodwill ambassador, ExNoRa. So we have a Muslim. And Jamal Mahmood College is one place where ExNoRa is doing very well in teaching. We train the Muslim presidents regularly. I think that's all. This is a very long, but I know surely you will see the way we stay in touch because I'm going to release all the ideas. And I promise that nobody will commit suicide. Total reversal. It's all will come under total reversal. Everyone can reverse. I reverse my life from nothing to today what I am. You see this because of it's all our own making. We can do that. So at MB Nirmal Twitter, you follow me. Thank you. God bless you.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go and click the bell icon to get regular updates from our channel. In case you have missed any videos, please visit the channel page by clicking the channel icon.